para presentarnos la película Luna Nueva nos acompañan Taylor Lautner y Kristen Stewart. Hi, welcome to Terra. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, so you have this second film of the Twilight Saga. What will we see in this new film?
Well, you're going to see a lot of this guy. But this time he turns into a werewolf, and you're going to see two people who you would never think could consider another person become a love triangle, and that from the first one you would never think that could be possible, and in the second one it does, and it's very heartbreaking.
But I think there's a lot of emotions you're going to experience watching the film. Yeah. It's going to take you up and down.
It's like a roller coaster.
All around.
Yeah, so in the first movie, like you said, he has like a normal role. Now you are like one of the main characters. So how have you evolved in this for this second film?
Oh, it's just exciting for me that Jacob and Bella can now develop their relationship and set up this love triangle. And I mean, it's totally a team effort. So I mean, it was a great experience. We had a lot of fun on it, and I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Yeah. So have you read the books? Obviously, yes. Which one is your favorite?
My favorite is New Moon. Why? Because I really like Eclipse because it's much more Bella becomes much more in control, and I like that, and I like that I could grow to that, and I like the fact that in the third one she's calling all the shots now, because before, like in the first two movies, everything is just like done to her, and she feels totally subject to all of these characters and the world that she's living in, and so I like the second one because of how lost she is. It was hard to play, and hard to read, and hard to. It's the best breakup movie I've ever seen. It's the most heartbreakingly gutting, and I like that. Like I like that kind of stuff. So.
Mine's actually Eclipse. I find it funny. I just love the fact that the three of them are physically together.
All the time.
Yeah, sleeping in the same tent together. It's the most awkward situations. So, I mean, I just find myself laughing the whole entire time. Jacob antagonizing Edward, and Edward just being Edward, and Bella torn between the two. I mean, it's great. So that was my favorite book.
I agree. Now that I said that I like New Moon, I really like that one as well.
It's hard to make up your mind. It is.
So what would you tell to someone that has never seen the movie or read the books? What can you tell them? How can you explain this film to them?
I think this film has like everything in it. If you haven't read the books, haven't watched Twilight, and you're just going to see New Moon, you should expect anything and everything. Your heart will be broken. You'll be excited. You'll be scared. I mean, it's the great thing about this series.
So why do you think people are so into vampire adventures, and why do you think it had a rebirth, like in the past 2 years, maybe?
I don't want to take too much credit, but it wouldn't even be me taking it. I think it would be Stephanie. I think it's a trend, and I think that it's not an empty one. A lot of times things get popular, and you're like, God, why is that popular? But this is actually an interesting subject matter. It raises so many questions and themes about like love, devotion, codependence, mortality. I don't think it's just the fact that it's the vampire thing. I think that other people saw that and was like, oh, it's so popular. Let's try to do that too. And they did as well. I mean, like I think True Blood is so good. I think having vampires in the story as a real human character, I think it's just highly representative of a person with issues and inner demons that they're working through, and it's also sexy. So like it has everything.
Well, thank you very much for this interview. Amigos de Terra, hasta la próxima.